Hey y'all, Chef IrixGuy here, and within this video, I'm going to show you how to air fry 2 chicken breasts. Now I am going to batter the breast, and they are fresh breasts, they're not frozen, and they're wet. I made sure they were wet on the outside. This right here is what I'm using as the batter, and you can expand this video's description and then click the link there and you can find where to order it online. Just a very simple, no-nonsense batter if you don't want to make your own. I think it tastes really good. So what I've done, I've gotten my my breast and my breast are in my bowl, and I've coated them very thoroughly. I did this before I started filming because I didn't want to get the camera dirty with salmonella. But yeah, so there's a ton of batter. You can see I generously battered my breast. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set the air fryer to 390. Now this should take probably about 25 minutes, but again, it depends upon the size of your breast. Because, you know, a thicker breast may take a little bit longer, and if your breasts aren't as big, it may not take as long. So take that into consideration. I do have my my little air rack thing in the bottom. That's important, so it gets a good, good crispiness on both sides. And also, again, if you're looking for the air fryer that I'm using, not mine. I'm not selling mine. Mine is too good, and I cook too many good meals with it. But if you're looking for one like it, you can expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order it online. And like I said, the chicken batter, and then all other air fry with IrixGuy recipes, you can find them within the link within this video's description too. Let's go ahead and get this going here. Again, I did moisten my breast so that the batter would stick, and just out of best practice, I'm gonna toss them around in a little bit more. I want really crispy chicken with a lot of batter, so I'm gonna put these in there. And then after I put them in there, just to be extra crazy, I'm just going to put a layer of batter on the top of my breast. So we're just going to have, I don't know, this is something, when I want fried chicken, I want something it's got that really crunchy and thick batter to it. And again, this is a matter of personal preference, because I know some of my other recipes, I didn't go really heavy on the batter, but for my chicken breast, oh yeah, I want a lot. I definitely do. So I'm just gonna load them to the gills with batter, and this is probably overkill. I respect that if y'all think I'm going crazy with the batter, but you know, that's the beauty of cooking yourself. You can cook however you choose to do so. So, yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay, so I got that there and put my batter thing down. And now I'm gonna stick this in. Like I said, I'm air frying at 390 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. I'm gonna hit start. And what I'm gonna do about halfway through, I'm gonna pull out the, I'm gonna pause it, and I'm gonna pull it out and inspect my breast and see how the batter's coming together. You know, I may wanna flip them. Something that you may wanna do, and you can find it linked within this video's description, a little olive oil sprayer. You know, if you wanna moisten the batter when you flip your breast, you know, that's a good thing to consider. But we're gonna let this go for, like I said, 25 minutes. Again, depending upon the size of your breast, it could take longer. It may not take as long. But for these, I think that 25 minutes at 390 degrees is gonna be right. But let's go ahead and let this run, and then we're gonna check back in. Okay, we're at about the 12-minute mark now, and you can find this within this video's description. Just expand this video's description. This is a healthier cooking spray. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it out for a second. I'm gonna pause the air fryer, and then I'm going to check, yeah, and it needs this. Because what this will do, this spray, it's still powdery, the batter. And by spraying it, it'll give it that it'll better enable it to coat. So I'm just spraying it. I can flip it, and it's probably best if you do flip it and spray the other side. But I put so much, an excessive amount of batter on the top, and I don't want to risk having any of that batter fall off. I know that sounds silly, but you know, just a tip for you. If you're air frying chicken breast, you probably want to get some tongs and flip them over and spray the other side too. But since this is not going to be a professionally served meal, I'm just serving it for myself, I don't really care if the batter on the bottom is not perfect, which is my complete expectation that since I didn't flip and I didn't spray, that the batter on the bottom will probably not be perfect. But I'm aware of that, so it's not going to offend myself. But just something to be aware of, especially if you're cooking for others. Okay, so I've hit 25 minutes. I'm going to pull my chicken breast out and see. And actually, they can go a little bit longer. You can see here how the top, and I just flipped one of them over, how the top of one is really browned really well because I sprayed that oil at the halfway mark. So what I'm going to do now is flip them over. And I'm going to, because they need to cook a little bit more, I can just tell. So I'm going to flip them over, spray some of that oil on the other side. And now I'm going to put it back in and do 390 Fahrenheit for, I think they're pretty thick, so I think about 6 minutes. And again, it all depends upon the size of your breast. So, you know, you may, for 25 minutes, if your breasts are a little bit smaller, you may be okay. But again, just inspect it. And ultimately, once you have what you think is a finished piece of chicken, you're going to want to, when I take this out, I'm going to touch the breast and see, you know, see if it feels firm, and then I'll cut into it and make sure that everything's done. Now, if you want to be extra safe, you know, obviously you probably use a meat thermometer to ensure that the chicken is cooked to whatever temperature is deemed safe. So yeah, you do not, and I repeat, you do not want to consume undercooked chicken. It can make you very sick, salmonella, all kinds of bad stuff. So keep that in mind. Never. I mean, there's a difference between a steak and a piece of chicken. Chicken, do not consume unless it's well done. Okay, so it's almost ready to check again. And what I'm going to do, just simply pull it out. Oh man, this looks good. And I'm going to stick a fork in it, just because the fork, I can kind of gauge the degree of doneness. And I think this is going to be perfect. So what we're going to do, we're going to get one of the two breasts, and we're going to cut into it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me bring this camera over here so you can see this. So first of all, the texture, it's very fried. It's got a good fried texture. And check this out. You can hear that. You can hear that crispiness. You look at the meat on the inside, and obviously it's perfectly cooked. It is a little bit moist, which is important. You don't want to dry your chicken out. So for the size breast that I had, this was perfect. Now what I'm going to do now is a taste test. Yes, sir. That is good. Now, chicken breast by itself is not enough. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of here. Check this out. That is fresh boiled okra right out of my garden. Look at that. So for a healthy meal that's air fried, crispy, doesn't have the grease, and then you can just get some okra and just look at this. I mean, that is what you call Southern cuisine. Wouldn't have it any other way. Just look at that. Look at how good that looks. So tell me what you think within the comments below. And again, if you're looking for an air fryer, expand this video's description and then click the link there and you can find where to order it online. Oh, and something I forgot. Fresh boiled okra is never exceptional unless you add a little bit of fresh ground pepper to it. Look at that. Now that is an exceptional product right there, if I say so myself. So thanks for your viewership. And again, be sure to subscribe. And when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. And check out all my other air frying recipes too. This is just one of hundreds. I'm going to have hundreds of air frying recipes here soon. I really like this. It's a healthier and more convenient way to eat. It's a lot less messy when it comes to cleaning up. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day. Bon appetit! Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. Thanks again for your viewership. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. If you're looking for IrixGuy's Adventure Channel merch, like this t-shirt, and a lot of other cool stuff, expand this video's description. You can find it all there. Y'all have a good day.